Now, so far, what we did is to take the small yarn and be sure that we don't knit with that. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. And what we did is, in the English style, is putting the needle in the front below the needle, and then wrap it around. That is knitting. What we are going to do now is purling. Purling is the back side of any sweater that you may have. This is how knits looks like, and this is called the stockinette stitch, because it's all in the same side. It's not the same as the one that I showed you last time. This is the garter stitch, where you knit every single row, so one row is below and the other one is above. Okay, these are actually the wrong side, and these are the right side. So we are going to learn now how to do this stitch that is going to be doing one row of knitting, and the next one is of purling. So we are going to know how to do this knit for the front. Okay, so let's see how it's done. So if we want the stitch to look like this, we are going to do it the way that we did it in the other video. So we put it from the front and wrap it around and take it out. That is not the way that we are going to do it. We are going to do the purl side, which is going to be this side. So how do I do this? Okay, I'm going to teach you first the English style, because it's going to be easier for you at the beginning. So I put it from the front. Do you see? Instead of putting from the front here, I put it from the back and go above the needle, and the thread, the yarn has to be above the needle. So I go from the bottom of both and I put it here. Yes, and then I'm going to wrap it around the same as always, and then I take it out carefully. Yes, and there you have one stitch. Now many students are going to notice that the first stitch, or the first the first stitch is very loose. Okay, and sometimes you have very loose ends here. So the way that I do it, there are many ways of doing this. I'm going to try to see if I can do this a little bit tight. Sorry, a little bit tight. So again, I'm going to put it from the yarn is always at the front now, it's not at the back. So I put it from the back, twist it around, and then take it out from the same side. It's basically the same, but in the other direction. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm having like small knots. I don't know if you see them. Okay, that we didn't see before. We saw a different way before. So I'm going to continue with this. Yeah, it has to be with the yarn at the front here. Right, there you go, here and here. So I'm going to do the 20 stitches. And you're going to see that in the other side looks like knitting. It doesn't have any knots in this side. I don't know if you can see it properly. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this. And this is the English style. I encourage you to knit in only one style possible, because the way that you put the yarn is going to be different. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one, and then in this side that I don't have any knots. Do you see that I have like these? Okay, this is the right side. So the right side is going to be this one. When I am in this side, I knit. When I am this side, instead of knitting again, what I'm going to do is to purl. So I'm going to, again, now I'm going to knit. So because I am the front, I'm going to knit the first one. I'm going to pull a little bit the stitch so it's a little bit tighter than the other one, so I don't have that loose end. I'm going to take a little bit more yarn from here. Oops, I almost lost it. Okay, so I'm going to continue knitting up to the end, and I'm going to do 2 or 3 more. Do you see how it looks different from the bottom and from the top? This is the right side. This is called the stockinette knitting. The problem with this knitting is that it's going to curl, and we don't want that, especially in a scarf. So I'm going to give you a trick later on how to prevent that to happen. Okay, so let's do 2 or 3 more lines of this. I'm going to stop the video so it is not so long, and you can see, because I'm using a very small needle, how tight this is. Okay, then I go in the other side, and I'm going to do the purling. The purling, again, the yarn has to be at the top of the needle, okay, and at the you go from behind. Instead of putting the needle here, you are going to put the needle like this, go around and take it out, and I secure that, and then again I'm going to do this. So when you finish the purling and the knitting, how do I know if I have to purl or I have to knit? Well, you just look at the work that you are doing. If you see these bubbles here, these knots, that means that you have to purl. If you see these, okay, that means that you have to knit. I hope that this helps. If you need more help with this, let me know.